Hello everyone, Year 1 Blink here, also known as Yu-Gi-Oh! Blinks. Today we're going to be reacting to the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG YCS Rayla, North Carolina Day 2. This is the championship
Trophy there
round, so
sitting
let's see
pretty
it.
right in between them. Hopefully it doesn't distract them too much. Stay in
I want to
top
go
and
to
stay
a YCS
with
with
the game
Code Talkers,
itself.
that'd be sick.
Indeed. So we have Pure Snake Eye up against Labrynth. And, you know, to see a
Pure
deck
Snake
in the
Eye up
finals
against
with no spell
Labrynth. Is he not
cards,
using per Labrynth?
pretty impressive.
Yeah, you know, it's not like there's not good spell cards for this Labrynth deck to be playing. Any of the pots would have been pretty useful, but opting not to play them is very interesting.
All right, it looks
Alright,
like
let's see what this is all about,
up and
guys.
about to do the die roll to see who is going to be going first.
Who's going first?
Oh man, it has been an incredible weekend. I can't wait to see which one of these players is going to walk away with the title YCS champion. It would mean so going into it. If you told me it was Lab versus Snake Eye, I would lean Snake Eye, but Jack is an incredible duelist. Let's go and jump into it.
Labrynth
The finals
is pretty
are
hard
beginning.
to go
It's
against.
game one.
Snake
Here
Eye
at
seems
YCS
like it's
Raleigh
easier to beat.
in the finals.
Let's see who gets to
Even
go
going
first
second,
here.
Labrynth's good.
Gonna roll the dice.
Snake Eyes is only
All
really
important
good
die
going
roll.
first.
Looks like he was about to roll him. Froze for a second. One.
Against my deck, Code
What's the
Talkers.
other one? Is that a
I don't
one
know
or a
about
six?
Labrynth.
I could not tell.
That was too quick. That's a 4.
Could be a
Maybe
different
5,
interaction
8.
with that.
It's so hard to tell those dice. We're just going to have to see who's going first based upon their actions on the opening hands. No matter who's going first.
14 wins,
Jack,
1 loss.
Joe with a strong opening hand. Looks like he will be
13
starting
wins,
things
1
off.
loss, 1 draw.
Yep, that is Ariana. Ariana's going to be able to add a Labrynth card from deck to hand.
Oh no, I need to charge my phone. Ariana, I
There
hate that
is a
card.
copy of Absolute
can't
Backtrack in his
stand
hand, so I think
Labrynth,
he wants one of the
honestly.
furniture. Yep, he's going for the Shine Draggleer. That's going to be able to discard itself as well as another card from his hand in order to set
It's, like,
a
more
or
annoying
a
than
Labrynth
Snake
spell
Eyes
trap from
somehow.
the deck. Opting to set the spell trap zone here. Then, yep, you're going to discard that Backjack.
He's going to get that extra
Sorry about
value
that,
from
guys.
the backjack to be able to potentially activate or set a trap from his deck during his opponent's turn.
Yep, we're going to be setting Big Welcome with the effect of
Big
the
Welcome,
furniture.
yes.
And now
That card's toxic.
we are going to trigger the Backjack to look at the top 3 cards of the deck.
See if
That could be the best card in the game,
trying to
honestly,
peek.
right
Ooh, I
now.
do see a big welcome. He's probably going to put that one on top.
Yep.
You see him motion to move the trap on
Without
top.
Big
You don't
Welcome,
want to have a monster,
this deck gets wrecked.
Backjack's able to banish himself to the opponent's turn. If it's a trap on top of the deck, it's going to be able to go to the spell and trap card zone.
This guy has 2 bonfires.
All right, let's see. Oh, well, yeah, you shouldn't cut the deck in this situation. Please don't.
All right, Cam draws the 6 cards in hand. He's going to start things off with Bonfire.
Pretty strong, pretty strong. Gets you any Pyro level 4 or lower from your deck to your hand. We've seen it all day this weekend. Or rather, we're searching this exact card, the Snake Eye Ash. No Drone Lockbird in sight.
Snake
We're
Eye
off the
Ash.
races here.
So you want a bonfire,
Normal summon a Snake Eye Ash. It's going to be met with infinite impermanence.
infinite permanence.
Thumbs up from Cam means he doesn't have a crossout designator or something like that to stop this infinite permanence. Well, how will he continue his follow-up? Does he have Wanted? Does he have Diabell Star?
There is the Wanted.
Wanted. Secret of the Sinful Spoils. This is going to let him add that Diabell Star, the Black Witch, from
Baited
the deck
out
to the hand, allowing him
the
to get access to
infinite
something like Original
permanence.
Sinful Spoil Snake Eyes.
Snake Eyes is pretty good at baiting out certain decks.
Now, Jack has a few interruptions available to him. He does have access to that Big Welcome that he has set. And there is the Backtrack effect as well, but that's also just setting another Big Welcome for what we saw earlier. I don't know if it's going to be enough to stop what's going to happen here with the Diabell Star.
Going to send a Snake Eyes Poplar from his deck to his hand to summon the Diabell Star, and then Chainlink 1, Diabell Star, Chainlink 2, Poplar to go in the spell and trap card zone, ready to be used with that original Sinful Spoils he's going to set from the deck.
This is really important. Getting Poplar in rotation means when you do attempt to summon them back via Snake Eye Oak
The
or
original
Flamebridge, you'll be able to
Sinful
summon Poplar and get
Spoils.
access to your temple.
Yeah, Cameron's gonna win this game, looks like, guys.
Let's see where he goes from here. A lot on the line. Both these players will be a first-time YCS champion if they manage to beat their opponent, but they're both just incredible duelists, making it all the way to the finals here out of 1,800 players. Just incredible.
Yeah, anyone that makes it to a YCS final is an incredible duelist.
There's a lot to consider when you're playing against a deck like Labrynth. There's a lot of different trap cards they can utilize since they're able to set the traps from their deck. At some point, there could be a lot of things like Daruma Destructive Karma Cannon that you have to watch out for potentially, and you still have to look for those monster effects from the hand that they might be potentially playing.
Yeah, this is one of those situations where there's so many variables they have to keep in account because you have no idea if you're the Snake Eye player what that backtrack is going to do. It could be setting the Daruma cannon. It could be setting
What card is
potentially even a
that?
different dimension gun. I think
Couldn't
that would have
see
been
it.
shotgunned a little earlier.
They
Maybe
should
like a
show the
welcome
card
labyrinth to
somewhere
pair with the big
up there.
welcome labyrinth.
And the Link summon, since Diabellstar the Black Witch is a dark monster, is going to be able to make Dark Charmer here, and now that's going to prompt Jack to use Big Welcome Labyrinth.
But there is an Ash Blossom.
Ash Blossom is so good against Labyrinth, almost as good as it is against Branded, being able to stop the Welcome Labyrinth, and Big Welcome Labyrinth is huge here for Cam.
Yep, he's going to be able to summon that Labyrinth Chandelier.
That's what I was
Maybe
telling you.
blink
Big
these
Welcome
away, maybe
Labyrinth
going
is
straight
OP,
into the Promethean
but
Princess.
you can negate on
Them
your
away.
turn
Summon Celine.
Oh, Celine, that's
with
always a
Ash
great option.
Blossom.
There is, in fact, the Diabellstar in the graveyard. There are no spells from Jack's side. He does not play any. But there is the Wanted in the graveyard, the Bonfire in the graveyard, as well as the Poplar to count as 3 for the effect of Celine.
Going to be able to bring back that Spellcaster in defense mode. Then he's going to link them away. Oh, no.
Into Nibiru.
He's not going to link them away. It's going to hit by Nibiru, the problem being since he knew he was already threatening Appaloosa, Bow of the Goddess.
Nibiru.
Which is fine, because you still have the original Sinful Spoils set.
Smart stuff from Cam, the man, Neil, representing the great state of Texas.
Yep, now it looks like Cameron's off to the races. We still have that backtrack threatening Cam's plays, but he doesn't know it's only a big welcome that won't be able to do much since it's already been activated. Cameron might be able to take it home right here. There is the Snake
It's like
Eye
they
Oak.
knew
Snake
he
Eye
had
Oak is likely
Nibiru.
going to be
I
summoning
didn't
back
know he
that
had
Snake
Nibiru.
Eye Poplar, triggering Poplar's effect.
I probably wasn't looking
He
at his
does
hand
target
though.
Snake Eyes Poplar. Poplar comes to the
Sorry
field.
about
It
that,
hasn't
guys.
been summoned just yet, so it will be able to add that spell trap. As you mentioned, Asala.
The longer this turn goes, the more I worry about potentially Cameron playing a spell trap in the Imprim column. It shouldn't happen. There shouldn't be any spell traps he needs to play for the rest of the turn, but I just know since it's been so long, people might forget where it was.
So when you shuffle
Seeing
your
that
deck,
he
you
has
just
the
go to
Big
do
Welcome,
that.
that's so
I thought
unfortunate
you had to
that
do
the
some
Backjack
crazy
only could
stuff.
find him another copy of Big Welcome Labyrinth.
Yeah, I believe he set it up so the Big Welcome is on the top, and probably the Vendreglier is after before the Lady as third. I assume neither of those are the fantastic draws in the situation that he's in.
I mean, he's got to survive this turn, which is not looking good. Divine Temple of the Snake Eye is going to place a Snake Eye from the deck to the spell and trap card zone.
Yep, just a copy of the Flameburst Dragon here. You know the Nibiru is already resolved, so you can just try to force your way through. There's not much you can do about a Daruma cannon at this point, but do you think if you're Jack, you would have used it by now?
Oh, yeah. I mean, no, you could pretty much wait and just see kind of where it goes
Full
and save
sweating,
it like
bro.
as a
Like
last
right
case
before the
scenario.
battle phase, or like
Yeah, to
something.
get rid of the link monsters and stuff, yeah.
So is there anything you can do to try to counter that if you're Cameron?
I don't think so. I think right now you just kind of go for it. You try and find a way to get game as fast as possible and try and
Yeah, so you
finish
basically,
the duel.
there's not a card you could play around anyway, so you try to finish the game and just hope it's not that card in this situation.
All right, so now he's going to be able to use the Snake Eyes Flameburst Dragon effect that he sent to the graveyard to special summon back 2 level 1s. They all gain 1100 attack thanks to that field spell, Divine Temple of the Snake Eye. And
that's a
Jack Joe
concession.
has seen enough, and Cam the man, Neil, takes game 1. He is now 1 game win away
One
from
game win
becoming
away,
a
guys.
YC. There's only a
He
few
took
players
game
that are
one.
UDS champions and YCS
That's the guy I was
champions.
going
I mean,
for.
there's only so many UDS champions, but Cam wants to add his name to that upper elite cast of players and duelists.
Yeah,
The tournament.
All right, guys, final game.
I believe Labrynth is going to take the lead once more. Let's see if he has a more ideal opener. Looking at his hand, contemplating for a little bit. We're going to lead with Arius.
Arius is going to let him set a trap from his hand and activate it this turn. So he's
But
going to
that big
discard
welcome.
That big welcome. Activates big welcome. Let's see if he grabs Ariana or a furniture piece.
Yeah, just getting the Ariana right.
I mean, the Ariana can get you whatever you need. That makes a lot of sense.
And you want to just at least have Ariana on the field to get the bonus effects on the following turn when the trap cards are activated.
So here it comes. He gets to return it to the hand, and now he's going to normal summon it. Does Cam have a response? He does. Infinite impermanence.
But he can chain the Arius now because a card was activated in response to the effect of a Labrynth card.
Gets to bring it back to the field from the graveyard. So he has access to a Chaos Angel potentially.
For why, I don't really know, but he could.
You could. What else does he have? Jack knows there's a lot on the line here. That trophy is literally right next to it. We can see the shadow of what they can win right there on the edge of the tournament table.
He does have. Oh, it looks like his hand is pretty loaded with a couple options here. He has to make a choice if he wants to use the Chandragler and discard one of those cards, but they're both pretty powerful in their own right. He might want to just keep it in hand.
It looks like he is saving it to maybe use with the Nibiru, the Primal Being. That's kind of a cool combination of cards you can use in the Labrynth strategy.
I thought his last card was Trap Trick. Is there a reason he chose not to set it?
I didn't see the card. I'm not certain. But Cam is starting off with the all-powerful Snake Eye Ash, and that's going to add Snake Eyes Poplar.
Okay, I think I understand the logic here. If you're ever forced to have to use the Chandragler before...
Use
Or-
Nibiru.
Or, no, it shouldn't happen, right? Every time you activate Nibiru, I think, he wanted the option to summon the Nibiru and get the body on the field, maybe.
Snake Eyes Poplar is going to add Divine Temple of the Snake Eye. This card has been an MVP for Cam. We saw him use it to be able to finish off Austin under 5 summons in the semifinals.
Yeah, the
boost from the 1100 really adds up when you're able to summon so many of those Snake Eye monsters. That is right.
It's the hidden ability of Divine Temple, honestly.
It's also like the first sentence. But sometimes the first sentence is the hardest one to remember.
Honestly, most of the time I want to say it
Or
is.
it's the second sentence, I guess.
Ability of Divine Temple, honestly.
It's also like the first sentence.
Looks like
sometimes the first
Snake
sentence
Eyes
is
is
the
gonna
hardest
win,
one to
guys.
remember.
Honestly,
Not
most of the
looking
time
good
I want to
for,
say it
Or
is.
it's the
Labrynth.
second sentence, I guess, in this case. But now he's going to use it. Really is. Sometimes you overlook those middle sentences. Snake Eye Ash is going to send both these cards to the graveyard to summon Snake Eye Slamber's Dragon to the field. Let's see if he tries to move one of these monsters into the spell and trap card zone with that Flamebird's Dragon, trying to clear the way. Oh my gosh, Cam's hand is good.
Yeah, he does have the Cosmic Cyclone just to keep the Labrynth cards at bay if he tries to set anything before he can actually activate them. He has a 1-for-1 as well. Right now, he just needs to play cautiously. Okay, he's going to put the Ariana back there
Trying to get it out of the way.
and getting it out of rotation from the graveyard. Surprising to go for that. Or like, okay, you get to force the big welcome here, putting the Ariana back in the hand. That's fine for Cameron. Getting a potential response out of the way because he could have had Lady in the hand to special summon herself, and that would have been a potential response with the actual big welcome on his side of the field.
Now Link Summon coming down, going to send Poplar and Flamebird's Dragon to the graveyard. I'm on the edge of my seat.
Yeah, it's so close right now. Cameron's hand is really strong. He's going to be triggering the Flame Bridge here, which will likely force the Nibiru from Jack's hand.
And this Poplar might help. Going to go into Hida. So Chain Link 1, Flamebird, or Chain Link, he's just going to do them all.
Yep.
Poplar is going to put the Flamebird in the spell and trap card zone. Then you're going to summon back the 2 level 1s. The Oak's going to summon back Poplar.
Yep, he's just already attributing the Arius, for the effect of Arius to set oh, that's I forgot about Arius' effect in the hand to set the trap trick from the hand.
It also works from the field. So the Nibiru is going to come down. He's going to use the Chandelier to discard the Nibiru. It's still going to resolve tripping all the monsters. He's not going to get the token. He's going to be able to set the trap from the hand.
Yep, this will not
Now-
trigger the temple because no monsters were summoned.
That is huge. The interaction there to play around Temple, pushing forward the Flamebird's Dragon when he's trying to use the Temple to push forward. Crazy. Excellent play from both of these duelists. Heads up.
Dang, this is crazy.
It looks like Big Welcome is coming from the deck to the field, thanks to Chandelier.
Yep, he will not be able to use this turn. He has used the effect of Big Welcome already. Not that it would particularly matter, but with the trap trick still in, let's see what he's going to be able to go with that. There is a Cosmic Cyclone in Cameron's hand to try to get rid of the follow-up in the situation. Could be really relevant because I don't think he's going to be able to go for game just yet because he does have the 1-for-1 to push a little bit further, but I don't think he's going to be able to push further than whatever trap trick activates.
What is Cam going to do from here?
Cam's
Knows that
panicking
there's
now.
only at this point there are no variables, right? It's an Ariana in hand, a trap trick set, and a big welcome set.
He has Diabell Star. He's going to send the Flamebird's Dragon. The So now he's going to be able to get access to original Sinful Spoils.
He's already used the effect of Oak as well as Ash, so I don't know how valuable it'll really be. It's just follow up for next turn at this point. You just want to generate some more bodies onto the field right now. You do have access to Dark Charmer now that there is a monster in Jack's graveyard. If we can get our way to Princess, that's where we need to be. Yep, just going to be able to sacrifice the Divine Temple here for the effect of the Sinful Spoils. Going to be able to generate another body onto the field, and with the 1-for-1, or actually just with the Dark, that can climb it into Princess. Yep, there's another copy of Snake Eye Ash.
This is probably going to prompt the Trap Trick. Trap Trick lets you banish a trap from your deck and then grab that same trap to be able to be used.
But that will be the last trap you can use that turn. Oldest trick in the book.
It is a good one. It looks like he's going for Dogmatic of Punishment. Yes, you got to banish the non-QCR to set the QCSC.
Yep, we got to put respect on it. And now we're going to target the Diabell Star.
And he's going to be able to send Tis even, because it has 2,500, and take out the Snake Eye Ash as well.
Yep, that's going to likely be clearing up Cameron's turn here. I think he just wants to...
Just to add back Chandelier as well. You know, Jack's showing why the Labrynth strategy is still good.
At this point, I think Cameron still wants to use Cosmic Cyclone on the Big Welcome right now when it can't be used. He doesn't want to wait until his opponent's turn when it can be activated. And he just needs to survive, right? He will have the original Sinful Spoilers to get him access to Ash, and then you still have the 1-for-1 to push further. Oh, and he actually has Triple Tactics Talents.
Oh, and it looks like he's going to draw. Oh, he has 1-for-1 in his hand as well. I don't know how much that will help him since he's already used all of his cards, but he's getting some defensive cards that you mentioned might be able to help him survive to get to his next turn to use that original Sinful Spoils if he needs it.
Oh, those are powerful cards here. He has the Cosmic Cyclone to check the Big Welcome right now. He has infinite impermanence to check the Ariana that's in Jack's hand. So it's just going to be the Shangri-La as well as the card drawn for turn.
He does indeed use that Cosmic Cyclone, pays 1,000 to banish Big Welcome. It's way better than Mystical Space Typhoon because the Big Welcome has
An
the graveyard effect.
That's 2 copies of Big Welcome banished now, likely only 1 remaining. Setting the infinite impermanence and passing turn here. Not opting to use the effect to discard the Ariana. You want to be normal summoning it in this position, it seems. Yep, normal summoning the Ariana now. Will that be met with the infinite impermanence? Or will you hold it for later? Yep, opting to use it now. And then you get to chain the Ariana because, or not the Ariana, the Arius, because something was used on a Labrynth effect. And then just get to swing in for some damage.
Yep, the Labrynth cards being able to just keep coming back and keep putting on the pressure is pretty nice.
He can't go into the extract this turn because of punishment, so that likely means it's going to be a pass back. Oh, but we get to discard a backjack with the Chandelier.
Yeah, he's gonna win.
Going to be the 3rd Big Welcome, and we've got to see potentially another trap card from the top of the deck. Yes.
Draw, looking for backjack.
It's 2 monsters and a trap trick.
Next up, what's he gonna do from here?
Big Welcome and trap trick is still pretty strong in this position. That's going to at least be able to summon the lovely Labrynth and be able to bounce back one of your own monsters to be able to trigger a destruction effect. That's going to at least check one of Cameron's cards. And then the backtrack will get him access to Trap Trick. Oh, we draw Bonfire.
Bonfire. Signet mining.
Bonfire. Let's him add that Snake Eye Ash.
he already had the original Sinful Spoil in the grave, so if something happens to this Ash, he is still able to get access to Poplar. Not that the Poplar would have much to do besides just putting itself on the field, but that's a lot of the time enough. And there was only one Flame Bridge used within the last turn, I think, so there's still one in the deck. Unless he sided it out.
Which could be the case going second, but probably not.
Unlikely, yeah.
Unlikely. But we never know. I know I do random things with my side deck sometimes, and it looks like he is going to normal summon that Snake Eye Ash, and it's going to work. To add, looks like he's eyeing that Snake Eyes Poplar.
Yep, it's going to be the Poplar.
What?
Now, I like this play specifically because I see myself using the original Simple Spells, if anything happens here, to put the Oak back in the deck, add any other monster, and then 1-for-1 back the Oak.
That would be epic. Looks like he's looking, thinking. I just can't believe that Cam might be moments away from becoming a YCS champion. Couldn't happen to a more deserving duelist. But Jack is going to do everything in his power to stop him from achieving that goal.
I think this is where you go for the Anima. Poplar can put itself or anything back into the spell and trap zone. You can use Ash's effect to try to summon another Flame Bridge out.
By sending the Flame Bridge? Oh, is he going to finish the story? Big welcome being used here.
Chaining the backtrack, put the trap trick on the field.
That's a good one to set.
And then shuffling the rest of the deck because you don't want to draw those cards. Yep, there is the lovely. And now you're going to use this to get rid of the Ash. And putting the Arias back in your hand.
The snakes have infiltrated the Labrynth, but the Labrynth has a bunch of traps around every corner.
This is going to come down to what that trap trick is going to be able to set.
It's a draw card thanks to the Ariana. Lovely Labrynth. On the field.
Yep, lovely. He's able to use its effect to destroy the Ash here. This is where you have to use the original. Cameron's thinking through his options here.
Eyeing that last card in his hand. He needs to get this Flamebird Dragon off the field.
I think it's a Harpy's Feather Duster, right? Maybe he wants to use it now just to see what his opponent does with a trap trick?
Harpy's Feather Duster is pretty good against trap trick.
Oh, but it's Twin Twister.
Twisters.
Oh, no.
Discarding 1-for-1. Targeting. No, that's amazing. He gets to target his own Flamebird Dragon.
Oh, you know, I forgot about that part. That's good enough.
Wow, Twin Twisters making its way. We saw Christian Reina have it in his side deck last weekend, I believe, at YCS Guadalajara, and now it is more popularized, and it's in Cam's side deck as well, taking out the Trap Trick and his Flamebird Dragon. So the Flamebird Dragon is going to be able to summon back. Mystical Space Typhoon couldn't do that. Cosmic Cyclone couldn't do that. Harpy's Feather Duster couldn't do that. But Twin Twisters showing you deck building is so important when you go into the tournament. You have to have these specific cards ready, but he is going to set the room, or is it Full Force Virus?
It's Full Force Virus.
Oh, man, that's going to take out all monsters with 1,500 or less defense, which is all of his monsters on the field.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
This guy popped up
out of nowhere. Full Force Virus takes game number 2, and Jack says, not yet. I still have another duel in me.
Wow, I can't believe it.
I saw it in the side deck and didn't want to say anything, hoping that it would come out, and Full Force Virus puts Jack right back into this game, and we're going to a game 3, the final duel of YCS Raleigh. I would be like feeling it.
YouTube?
It's do or die here. There's only one game left to be played. A champion
doing
will be
content on
decided in mere moments.
Dude, this is crazy. I'm recording right now. My chat can hear. Don't say nothing crazy, Thomas. Don't say nothing too crazy.
Seeker of the Sinful Spoils.
I'm recording this
I
right
have to
now.
assume he's doing this in the draw phase to play around a card like Droll and Lockbird.
But yeah, when you start
You have to
winning,
imagine
you
so.
gain
There's not
fans,
really
bro.
much of a punish. Unless he did have a copy of Triple Tactics Talents in his hand. Maybe it was worth it to do it in the main phase. There is merit to that.
Ooh, what is he gonna do?
Like he moves to the main phase, going to special summon the Black Witch.
Dia
Discarding
Bellstar, the
another
Black
copy
Witch.
of Wanted Seeker of the Sinful Spoils.
I don't use the
think he
my.
has a
I wreck
copy
these
of
decks in
Snake Eye
Master
Ash
Duel
in his
all the
hand to really
time.
pair with it to get maximum
Sinful
value here.
spoils.
But we'll have to see he's able to do the full combo, which we have yet to see, or at least I have yet to see in this tournament.
Damn, these guys are
Here
14
comes the
and 1 though,
activation of
Thomas.
original
13 and
Sinful
1.
Spoil, Snake Eye. Does he have an
Guys
Ash
that
Blossom?
made it to the
Nope. It's going to
championship.
resolve.
All right, we're off to the races here.
Snake Eye Ash. Is there an infinite impermanence? Is there anything to stop it? It's a nod from Jack. It's going to resolve.
This is what Snake Eye loves to see. At least step one, if Ash is able to resolve, you just have two bodies on the field. It will generate more advantage at
Are they
every
playing
second.
with cards
He's
or?
going to have an extra draw
Yeah.
from the Wanted already since the
Oh,
original is in
do
the
you have
graveyard.
cards?
The
Yeah, I
Pablo's
have
gonna
my
add
deck
Divine
made already.
Temple of the Snake Eye.
Same one you use in the game?
Yeah.
Cameron in a solid position already.
The Divine Temple
Took
is going
a
to
while
allow him
to make.
place a Snake Eye monster from the deck
I have
into a spell
Axe.
and trap card zone.
Now, at
Ooh,
this
this
point,
card,
do you think he's
Original
gonna
Sinful
deviate from the
Spoils,
standard lines,
Snake
or
Eyes
he's gonna
is
keep going as
broken.
normal?
It's looking pretty standard so far. Grabbing the Oaks to send to the graveyard with the Snake
Okay,
Eye
just
Ash.
throw
Could
your
have
deck
Ash
in,
Blossom
bro.
and Joy Spring right here to try and cut off Snake Eye's Flamebird Dragon. He doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, you probably would have done it on the original Sinful Spoil.
Yeah, this
unless
guy's
you're trying to
gonna
play around
lose,
something like
bro.
Cypher and Gamma.
Or like a normal summon.
Does he-
of Snake
did
Eye
he
Ash,
brick?
potentially. But here
He doesn't have nothing?
he goes. Will he be able to play around Nibiru the Primal Being? Does
Oh, he
Jack
has a
have
Nibiru,
the
bro,
Primal Being?
in his
These are the
hand.
questions going through.
So if this guy
the duelist
summons
heads right
5
now.
monsters, this guy, other guy can Nibiru him.
It's going to be a Link summon.
I mean, Jack's hand does look
What
like
does
it has a
Nibiru
good
do?
amount of monsters
Kill
in
all
it.
the monsters?
Poplar,
Yeah.
Link away Poplar
So
and
that
Flamebirds
if
being
they
full
summon
Russian, Snake
five-
and Flamebirds,
special
usually
summon
as
5
long as you
times,
get Nibiru and discard
Nibiru, the
Nibiru,
primal
helps you
god's
play
like an
around
asteroid.
Nibiru.
It comes
But
down
we know
and
that
kills
Jack can play around
everything.
this strategy already, and he does have
There's
Nibiru.
Nibiru.
Does he have the Labrynth monster to discard it?
Oh, cross out
Oh, he's crossed
Designator.
out Designator. He's going to call Nibiru the Primal Being. It's not going to resolve.
Oh,
I
cross
love
out Designator
Designator.
negates
We've seen that cross out do a
Nibiru.
lot
This
of
guy's
work for Cameron
fucked.
here.
It's so good.
Oh shit.
Well, that means oh,
Cross out
I don't know
Designator. I
how
should
Labrynth
run that
feels
card,
with
honestly.
full- Oh!
Yeah, this
Let me
game's
take a
over.
look.
Oh no, there's multiple backtracks. Oh, get rid of the Ariana. Oh, like,
Leaving,
Oh, dude, this
my
guy's
gosh.
fucked.
okay, you can get rid of the Ariana. I mean, there was an argument to hit the Daruma. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Daruma, Backjack, Nibiru. Not a great hand. If he's able to use SP Little Knight just to snipe something like the Daruma
I mean,
Destructive Karma Cannon, oh my gosh.
yeah, I mean, it's really gonna come down to what Jack draws because
Oh, he already has the IP and everything is set up for him already. You're right, it is going to come down to the draw on... I mean, that's what Yu-Gi-Oh's all about. It's about the heart of the cards.
it's not over yet. Cameron just has to take into account what could happen. At the very least,
Yeah, I'm
if
gonna
he
go
does
to a
draw
tournament.
another trap card, he's
guys.
going to be able to set 2. Cameron's going to be able to hit one of them with SP Little Knight, and then he'll know for sure what the other one is if he doesn't hit the Daruma cannon.
Going to be a Link summon for Promethean Princess.
Promethean
Princess is going to bring
Princess.
back the Snake Eyes Poplar. He's going to link away the Poplar and the Princess.
Yep, going
Gonna
into
be-
Hida. Okay, and then we're going to climb into...
Celine. Okay, he's trying to make sure there's no card that Jack can draw that will get him back into this game, I believe.
I think, yeah, he wants to make sure he's accounting for drawing one of those, either Shine Regular or Stovey Torby
Yep.
from the top of the deck.
Yes, he is. Appaloosa, Bow of the Goddess, 1600 attack. Snake Eye Oak is going to allow him to access the Snake Eye Flamebird's Dragon from the deck, so he's going to be able to place that IP Masquerena into a spell and trap card zone and summon it forward during Jack's turn. Unless he sided it out. But he didn't. When he went through his deck a second time, I was a little worried.
This
My
guy
heart skipped
win
a
or
beat,
what?
But he
I'm
did
pretty sure
summon
this
the
guy's gonna
Flamebird's
win.
Dragon. It's going to place that beautiful Starlight IP Masquerena. Oh, I can't tell if it's Starlight.
Well, if it's Starlight or CR, it could be either.
No one can, probably Starlight. Gonna use Wanted. I forgot he's getting an extra draw. Gonna put it to the bottom. Draws a card.
Already a formidable field. Still has 2 cards in hand. Let's see if those are going to add any additional layers of interruption here. Nope, just
Go.
passed on.
What does he draw? Jack needs to ask Obelisk, Raw, Cypher for an amazing card right now. He doesn't play any spell cards though. Those would be the ones you're looking for. Something like Pot of Extravagance or something. He's gonna normal summon back Jack.
Okay, so he can go into something along the lines of Relinquished Anima.
Okay.
Relinquished.
Typhon!
He can't push forward, but he can use, you can use the Divine Temple to summon the IP. Okay, so he's at least going to have the Daruma Destructive Karma Cannon. Oh man, Typhon. If your opponent summoned 2 or more monsters from the extra deck in the previous turn, you
Anti-Zeus.
can just put it on top of your lowest or highest attack monster on your side of the field. All monsters with 3,000 or more attacks effects can't be activated, and it can return a card on the opponent's side of the field once per turn.
Yeah,
Dude,
this
that
is
card's
a dangerous
broken.
position to be in because, I mean, you'd still have to deal with the backtrack once you get rid of the Typhon. So if you're going into the Little Knight now, you're not getting the additional value from the Flamebridge, and you already put back the original Simple Spoil, so you don't have the guaranteed follow-up right now.
All right, he is going to use IP Masquerena.
Will you give up the Appaloosa instead? I doubt it. Probably going to have to use the Flamebridge.
Does he go for SP Little Knight?
He needs
He has
access
to.
code
Yep,
talker.
Going into the Little Knight's effect will be able to banish the Typhon.
Yep, and
Oh,
as you
no.
mentioned, he can't use the Flamebird's Dragon effect in the graveyard since it has 3,000 attack, and that Typhon is still face up on the field. He had to give that up. He's going to let the Backjack effect to look at the top 3 and rearrange them resolve. He wants to save the Appaloosa for the effect to banish to set one of those trap cards and be able to use it.
Makes a lot of sense here. Unfortunately, the Daruma Cannon is already checking both those monsters.
Yeah, the Karma Cannon is just going to send them to the graveyard.
I mean, this is what I was worried about when you're allowing your opponent to keep that card in your hand.
Oh, man, my hands are on my head.
Dude, this guy just made
Oh,
the
boy.
craziest play,
He's
bro,
gonna
to
set
try
the
to
Karma
come
Cannon.
back.
All right, but he does have the original. No, he put the original
He put
back.
He put the original back.
Okay, what does Cam have? I think you have to just do it. You have to shotgun it right here, right? I guess you could wait.
No, you can't shotgun it because then you'll just chain the Little Knight, right? But
then it gets the Appaloosa off the field, so you can use the Backjack. I guess it depends what trap he put on top of his deck with Backjack.
yeah, I didn't really get to see. He has 1-for-1 and 2 monsters, so okay, this is not the end of the world. He has plenty of ways to play.
Fuck, dude.
It's just about getting a Flamebridge back on the field at this point.
These guys are sweaty, bro. They have so many,
That's what I'm
like...
saying, like, because Backtrack exists in the graveyard and Daruma Cannon exists, I think it might have had merit to just link away with the Appaloosa and leave the Flamebridge on the field.
That might have been something to consider. He is going to go ahead and use 1-for-1 discarding effect, Veiler.
It's going to be allowed here.
1-for-1.
We still do not know the mystery card that Jack drew for turn. We're going to be summoning Snake Eye Ash. Going to be able to resolve its effect.
And he has Nibiru, the problem being in the hand.
That's true. It's still in the hand.
I think I'm going to be sick.
This is a crazy game. We thought Jack was out so early, and it's now looking like he is potentially in control of this game.
Oh my gosh. The Poplar is going to add original Sinful Spoils.
Bro, he has another Nibiru in his hand. He still... Remember the Nibiru that got negated? He still has that in his hand.
Time for Karma Cannon. Karma Cannon will flip all monsters on the field face down, and those monsters that cannot be flipped face down will be sent to the graveyard.
So if this guy goes over 5
Maybe
summons,
not.
he's gonna get fucked.
Slight hesitation, a deep think.
I mean, until there is something that actually forces the Karma Cannon, I'm not really sure if there's any reason for him to flip it up.
He's pissed.
Cameron can try to force out the Daruma Cannon early with something along the lines of, well, he doesn't have to, but I thought Nightmare Phoenix was a consideration.
Cam is at 2 summons. What? Is he going to chain the SP Little Knight? Going to banish one of his Snake Eye monsters? I mean, banishing Appaloosa doesn't really get you anywhere. It will come back with no attack.
Yeah,
but
you just want to be able to banish the Little Knight so you don't lose it. But it's a question of what you can do with the Snake Eye monsters at this point. Maybe at the
Sometimes
very least, you want to get rid of the Poplar so that when Poplar comes back, it has the ability to put something in the spell and trap zone for Temple.
It looks like he is going to go Appaloosa, though. But Destructive Daruma, Karma Cannon out of Darkwing Blast.
Yep, no, I like it. He's choosing to keep the Poplar here.
Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But I love that just one trap card.
I got
can
wrecked by
turn
that
through.
card.
Typhon wins
Destructive
games that you would otherwise
Daruma
not
Karma
win.
Canyon.
Yeah, something we haven't really seen a
Card
lot
is
of, but always
toxic.
something you have to keep in the back of your head.
Change any
You go to
monster on the
do you go
field
to the
to
card
face
shop
down.
stereo and play?
Huh?
You go to card shops.
I do, bro. I went with
Fucking
Joey.
play a tournament.
Oh, man.
I mean, if Cameron considered Typhon as a possibility, he might have had to just immediately use SP Little Knight on the back. He might have been in a much better position.
He still has original Sinful Spoils. Oak is in the graveyard.
Yeah, he could use original Simple Spoils on the Temple now. But to what end?
It's over, bro.
What's
Oh,
that?
he's
End
gonna
phase.
going back to the end
The
phase
guy
here.
that
Alright,
thought he was gonna
Jack
win.
survived.
Oh, he's
I
gonna
thought he
be
was gonna win
foregoing,
too. I
drawing
was
in
going
card
for him.
return. Jack's
Fuck.
gonna attempt to use the backjack.
Did they already go all the way?
He did pick up the card from the top of his deck.
Did he get too excited? See, they're gonna check with the judges. I know that SPL Knight and Poplar came back. It looked like he was about to draw for his turn. I thought he was drawing for his turn, but then
He did pick up the card.
yeah. And then maybe just got a little excited. It is the finals. We're gonna have to see how the judges. They were there watching how they determine this to play out. This is high pressure situation.
The highest pressure situation.
Like I'm not even in this match and I'm losing it.
What happened?
The judges are going to be forced to make a decision here. Will he be forced to
need-
draw the card, or will he be able to activate the backjack? It looks like he's drawing the card.
Oh no.
This could really mess up the entire rotation of the backjack, because this not only messes up the top trap card, but the card he was supposed to draw had he done the backjack, right? He planned it to draw the second card, and now he's a normal summon the backjack. Is he going to make a second Typhon? Well, there was nothing summoned from the extract, so he can't do that. He's just going to go straight into Anima, but there's nothing in the zones for Anima. He's just putting it in the graveyard.
To use its effect.
So you get to reorder the top of the deck now. And now you get to use the Princess.
Destroys the Anima, destroys the Poplar. Princess comes to the field.
And now the Poplar will be able to put the Flame Bridge back in the Spell and Trap Zone for the Temple. This is huge.
Man, this duel, I didn't think it was gonna take this long.
It looks like Poplar is going to play Snake Eyes Flamebird Dragon into the Spell and Trap card zone. Princess is on the field. SP Little Knight is still here. Looks like he's going to, can't tell which one that is.
I think it's Stovitor because it's super rare.
Makes sense. Stovey Tober, he's going to discard Nibiru to set. Was a big welcome.
Yep, big welcome. And now the deck is shuffled, so nothing from the top is known anymore. The backtracks are going to be random.
And still get lucky and hit a trap card off the top of the deck.
It's a pretty good percentage, right? There's a lot of trap cards in that deck. A passing turn.
Draws. Has the Princess effect to be able to activate right away to spell summon a fire monster from his graveyard.
We can immediately flip summon the Ash as well to send.
Princess effect. He's going to bring back. It has to be a Flame Burge.
Oh, he does have two of them already. Okay.
Snake Eyes Flamebird Dragon coming back to the field.
Now, we did discard the Nibiru here, so not necessarily another Nibiru in the hand. You could just threaten the battle phase, go straight into it. That is a lot of damage.
Looks like he's looking up at Jack, thinking about trying to go to battle. He's going to go attack with SP Little Knight, 1600. Jack has to go for backjack here or use his big welcome.
Yeah, you
Don't
see.
oh, and there's an Ash Blossom!
Enjoy his spring! Cutting
Ash
off now, down to
Blossom,
back.
baby.
That's it! Cameron Neal is a YCS champion.
Cam, the man, Neil, UDS champion, now finally a YCS champion.
That is it,
He
guys.
finished the story this weekend.
That was an incredible game.
Snake
Like, it was
Eyes
so,
won the
like,
championship.
surprisingly
with
back and
Ash
forth. It felt like
Blossom
it was
negated,
supposed to be Cameron's
negated
game
the
from the
big
beginning.
welcome Labrynth.
But Zach was able to hold back for as long as he could, but eventually that Ash Blossom really sealed the deal for Cameron there, and the Snake Eye Onslaught was too much for him to handle.
Cameron Neal. His name is Cam the Man Neal. He lives, breathes, sleeps, eats Yu-Gi-Oh! And now he is a YCS champion. Cameron Neal. I just can't believe it. One of the best duelists I have encountered throughout my years. From Texas. Just amazing. I think our head judge is going to present the trophy to him. Manny,
All right, let's
right
see the
there, coming
trophy.
around the stage. The trophy was right next to him all along. Oh my gosh, I can't believe he has actually become a YCS champion. The firm handshake. And there it is, the trophy handed to our winner, Cam Neal.
Oh,
All
look
right,
at him just
guys, if you
holding
guys
his
enjoyed
trophy for
that,
the
please
first
make sure you guys
time
leave a
here.
like, comment,
Finally
subscribe,
a YCS
peace.
champion after over a